What's going on, everybody? My name's Nick. Couple things. I see that they're trying to ban Alex Jones and Timothy Holmseth and all these news channels that are and conservative news channels, that are producing the real truth and what's really going on. The other day, my dude posted on Facebook, it was like, could you imagine the world we'd be in right now if Hillary Clinton would have won? Like, do you guys remember when all the hurricanes, like in Texas and stuff, were going on, and they were saying that the homeless down there were getting killed, and they were opening FEMA camps, and it was they were in a militarized state, and they were turning fucking Walmarts and all that shit into them FEMA camps. I don't know if you guys remember that or not, but if you get on and look up, there's a couple different Walmarts in between Texas and California. Like the one Walmart, it's got barbed wire fence all around it. I think it's in Nebraska or some shit like that, but it's like underground. And then like the front's like a military entrance. Weird shit. And then, like that one Walmart out in California where looks like a fucking prison, maximum security prison. Like, I've been to the joint. I know what a maximum security prison looks like, and that is a maximum security prison to hold hostages, hold people against their will. And anyway, sorry, I was getting sidetracked. Anyway, what I was saying was, like, that right there was, like, just a quarter of what we were about to get from the Clintons, the Bushes, the Obamas, Soros, the Rothschilds and Rockefellers and all these fucking high-powered people that are pulling for this NWO, this New World Order, and everybody that's tied into this pedogate, this pedophilia and child trafficking and child sacrifices. And I don't know if you guys watch Timothy Holmseth, but he exposes it pretty good, and he's actually a federal witness on some of the cases, because something about Casey Anthony, somebody called him, had some information about Casey Anthony's daughter, and I don't know, I just seen that this morning. That was pretty serious shit. And then the one dude, who's the one little skinny motherfucker, shows the one picture of him where he's smiling. He's got both of his hands up like this. He's got something drawn on each hand. I don't know, but I don't know if it's the John Bennett Ramsey or John Ramsey Bennett or Bennett Ramsey or whatever, the little girl that got killed a long time ago and her parents didn't do it. They were all MK Ultra, and she had like the taser marks right here. And then, like, you could tell there was duct tape around her mouth. Well, in this video, like, you can hear, I think that's Soros. I don't know. Anyway, you can hear him screaming at this girl, and, like, you can tell she's, like, trapped in a shower or something with water running. And this little girl, man, like, I have a 3-year-old, and it almost makes me sick to watch this video. Like, I can't imagine parents who kids have been kidnapped, and this is the shit that's being talked about right now, this pedogate. Like, I'd be distraught. And the crazy shit about it is nobody's doing nothing. Absolutely nothing. Like, all I'm seeing is headlines about the shit. Like, how is, like, I seen the one kid, the one weird deep black internet geek, the little fucking kid with the curly blonde hair. Fucking, but yeah, I seen he got picked up, so hopefully that fucking camera starts telling on people so we can get to the bigger picture here. It's just a shame that it's kids, like, and if you guys are questioning, like, what the fuck is this dude talking about, these kids? What it is kids, when they get scared or excited, they call it adrenochrome or adrenochrome or something like that. But it's supposed to, like, keep you young. If anybody's seen Fear and Loathing Las Vegas, Johnny Depp and dude talking about it, where they're tripping real bad. But it's pure blood from a young child. And what they do is they scare them, like, big time. And then once they get them so scared and so freaking out and crazy, that's when they start drawing their blood, drinking their blood and shit, because it gets them high, gives them energy, and supposedly it keeps them youthful. That's probably why all these Rockefellers and shit are like 100 years old. But I don't know. I just wanted to make a video about these kids, man, because these kids, man, they ain't got a voice, dude. Like, everybody's talking about these school shootings and shit. What about these fucking toddlers that can't defend themselves? That don't know to run and hide, that can't walk and go into a cabinet and get themselves food. Like, it's just disgusting, man. And, like, when you listen to these videos, like, they make it sound like everybody is in on it. Like, I don't think Trump's in on it. I think he knows about it. And, like, you know, when JFK was talking about exposing the dark forces of our government, and there's dark forces running our government, and then they assassinated him. And then the other night at that I don't know, whatever, like 2 nights ago, where Trump was talking, he was saying that there's dark forces that are in our government, running our government. That's what he's talking about, because a lot of these dudes, a lot of these families are in these royal sororities, you know, Skull and Bones, Bohemian Grove, the Black Forest, just all types of shit. Like, if you guys do your research on this shit, like, yes, they drink kids' blood. Yes, they do. Like, it's gone back a long time ago. Like, even African, like in Africa, like the tribes in Africa, like the leaders of those tribes would drink blood of the youth because, like, it would keep them young. They thought it gave them powers and all types of shit. And then, like, the Skull and Bones thing, they got in trouble for grave robbing Geronimo's grave. And you gotta, like, kiss this or drink blood out of a skull or kiss a skull. Get naked and jack off in front of everybody and masturbate if you're a female. Just weird shit, man. And this goes with the Bushes and all of them, man. They've all are tied into all this shit. Like, all of them. And then talking about Obama and Michelle Obama being a transvestite, and the kids are adopted, and then they showed the picture of that one African American couple, and then they had Obama's kids' pictures beside it. And the oldest daughter looks like the dad, and the youngest little chubby daughter looks like the little short African American mom. I don't know, man. It's just something's up. Something ain't right. And then they said they tested the water and they found fentanyl in the water. And then they're like tracking us through our phones, through the cameras and shit. Like Zuckerberg took a picture not too long ago. And in the background of his computer, there's a piece of fucking, not the clear tape, but like clear, but it, like you can kind of see through it, but not. Like it's almost white, but see-through-ish. He had that over his speaker on his laptop and over his camera. So, there's shit going on, for sure. But here's the thing, like, if they come out and tell us about it, people would fucking freak out, man. People wouldn't be able to handle it, like, there's definitely aliens and all that shit, for sure. Like, there's no doubt about that. You're gonna tell me God died of, like, fucking a bazillion times for all of our sins and for all the different races and all the different walks of life and animals and... No, man. That shit's all evolution, dude. Darwin's evolution. Like, aliens were the first things. Like, and then they went from there. And then there's a God. Yeah, there's a God and there's a devil. The devil walks this earth as a man. I'll tell you that right now. So, like, don't get it wrong. Like, don't get it twisted where there's not a higher power or nothing, because there is. Got pissed. Got me a little spout in my garage where I can take a pee and go right outside. White innovations. I don't know. I don't know what else to say, man. I don't know what to do. Like, they're killing kids. And people's in on it. Like, they're killing kids to cover up other shit. Like, to distract the world from other shit, obviously. Whatever they're talking about in the news, you need to be worried about what they're not showing you, not what they're not talking about. Like, the shit going on in Syria. There's been, like, 500 deaths, and, like, 200 of them are, like, all children. I don't know. It's just disturbing. I wish, I don't know. I wish the aliens would make themselves known. Because, like, I feel like if there was a higher power threat, that would unite everybody. Because then it wouldn't be so much about diversity. And we wouldn't be worried about all the fake news and all the scandals and shit going on. We'd be worried about that threat. Or, if they weren't a threat, I feel like the military would still treat them as a threat, and Independence Day movie would happen, and then we'd get fucking obliterated. I don't know, maybe a World War III or some shit. Like, I feel bad for my kids. Unless Trump, I'm praying, and I got my trust in Trump that he's gonna fucking pull us through this bullshit. Cause, like, I don't see too much chemtrailing going on. And there used to be mad chemtrails. So, I don't know. Just a little food for thought. Hopefully everybody feels the same way I do, and hopefully this message gets out there. Peace. Real Talk with Nick P.